I run my own business out of my home. I started Cascade Valley Designs back in 2001, and I have been I kind of started it on the side as a side project, and because of my passion with web design. And 3.5 years ago, when I had my second child, I decided to try to do this full time. And ever since then, it's been going like crazy. And I put together websites for small to medium businesses, and also email templates and everything in between. So I've got all sorts of projects going on. And one of my main focuses in my business is to really train my clients on how to use their website. And in all my packages, I provide guides, whether it's through online meetings or through a printed format or through videos, because I think it's really important, and it's so easy these days for clients and for people to update and be able to manage their own website. And I started my company 11 years ago, kind of when websites were just kind of building and getting started. And so my skills started building websites from scratch in like HTML. And I've been trying ever since to keep ahead of the game and keep ahead of the trends in the website technology. And man, it's going really fast right now. And so that's why I think the topic of making your website mobile friendly is really important. Last year I did a similar presentation, and it's funny because I was going over my notes, and last year I spent half the presentation trying to convince people that you have to get your website mobile friendly because everybody has a smartphone these days, or some sort of tablet. So I would throw up all these statistics and saying that calendars are going to go to the wayside, and business phone books, and now here it is a year later, and that certainly is the case. I don't think I have to really tell you that smartphones are being widely used for searches and for looking at websites. So, and it's becoming easier and easier for you to make your website mobile friendly all on your own. When I first started putting websites together, there never was an option. And even the past year, I've been amazed at what has come up. So I'm going to be showing you some tools today to hopefully encourage you, if your website isn't already mobile friendly, to do it yourself. And of course, I'm always here for help as well. Oh, and Jen, if you have type any questions, if you don't mind, sending them personally over on my second computer that I'm watching this in, because I have a full screen on my presentation computer. So anyway, let's get started. And about this presentation, we're going to talk about the why, what, and how. Why you need to go mobile. I don't think I really have to convince anybody of that, but there's lots of statistics that are out there to let you know that that mobile is the way to go. What you can do about it, I want to clear up some mobile kind of technical terms that you might hear and what the differences are, and show you, hopefully live, on how you can do it yourself. And it's a lot easier than you think, actually. I have all these cool transitions between my slides, but it doesn't really work with the delay. So you might see some little sketchiness between slides. But oh well, that's the way it goes. So why you need to mobilize your business? Because there's a demand out there. Everybody is looking at and searching for what they need on their mobile devices. I know I do all the time. So you want to meet that demand, and you just want to make sure that your site is at least readable, and the key information is right there on the home page for your mobile users. So just because I love statistics and there are so many out there, I had to throw some in, and there are new ones popping up every day. So I just wanted to uh, review some of these with you. By 2014, mobile internet usage will overtake desktop internet usage. And I saw another stat that said that's going to happen by 2013. And I have a feeling that's happening in certain places in this country and all over the world right now. So keep that in mind that people very soon might be looking at your website more on their smartphone than on their desktop. So you want to get prepared for that. The 3 out of 5 searches are done using mobile device. This is really key if you're a local business, service-based business, or a storefront, because people are trying to find you on their mobile device. So you want to make sure that your information is out there and it's accurate. This one I love just for fun. 86% of mobile internet users use their device while watching TV. I just think this is such a cool use of a smartphone, is that we're building a community based around our likes and our interests, and television programs are a good example of that. You're no longer sitting there yelling at your TV and saying, I can't believe they just did that. You're tweeting out, and you're writing in a Facebook page and communicating with people who are have the same interests, and I'm not surprised by that high number, really. Mobile payments are expected to quadruple to 630 billion by 2014. I think that number is so amazing and very crucial to remember if you're an e-commerce business and you have products on your site, or you're thinking about having products on your site, because there are some online stores that are not very easy to use on a smartphone. There were tons of statistics out there that show how many more people are quickly using their mobile phones to purchase items online. So, check out your store on your phone and make sure that it's easy for you to get through. I have been building a few sites the past few months that use mobile-friendly online shopping carts, and I have found one that is just totally awesome. It's called Ecwid, Ecwid, and it's great because there's one location, it's internet-based, where you update your products. It's very easy, and it gets pulled into your website and to your Facebook page. So it's that one spot where you update everything, and it's totally simple to use. And that's at the forefront of my mind all the time in working with my clients, is how easy is this product or this tool for my users first, and then I will build out from there, because I think that's really important. Because otherwise, what's the point of building your website, or me building a website for them, if they cannot access it and help themselves? So next is YouTube videos. 200 million YouTube videos occur every day on mobile devices. YouTube videos look great on mobile devices. Most YouTube videos are mobilely enhanced anyway. And so if you're pushing out YouTube videos or thinking about it, it's a great combination with a mobile device. Okay. By the way, let me know if you have any questions along the way. I'll be happy to answer them after the presentation as well. And I've been popping into a few presentations over the last few days. I wish I could have made it to more. I've been really busy this week, but the topic of analytics has come up time and time again, and it's just very, very important. Very important to check your analytics as often as you can. And this is a snapshot of Google Analytics, which is of course the most popular, and it's free, and it has some great reporting features, and they're constantly updating and upgrading it. If you don't have access to it, go to Google Analytics and they'll walk you through how to set up the code on your website. Or if you had a designer that set it up, have them make you a user so you can go and check your analytics. You can have reports sent to you automatically, like once a month. The reason I bring this up is that they have a really great mobile feature, a statistic on their Google Analytics reporting, and it's very easy to find. If you go into your analytics on the left-hand side, it's section called Audience, and there's just a drop-down called Mobile, and it tells you how many people are visiting your website by mobile phone and or mobile device, and it will show you the list of devices, which is kind of cool. So you can see if people are visiting you with an iPhone or an iPad or an Android. So it goes into real detail. Not that you really maybe need that information, but it's just kind of interesting to see, and it's always, of course, dominated by Apple products. So this snapshot here, I did a little bit of research on some of my clients' websites. So this is a client of mine who sells excuse me, products to school-age kids. So they have this spike naturally at the end of summer. And I dug in. She doesn't really have a mobile-friendly site yet, but we're working on it. And so if, hold on, let me just check my chat real quick. Great. Okay. So let's talk about what type of website you have. You might be thinking, okay, great, Anne-Marie. Well, I don't have a WordPress site, so it's not going to work for me. I have this old static website, and there's no way I can make it mobile friendly. Well, you can make any site mobile friendly, and that's what I'm here to tell you and to show you today. Just a few website platforms out there like Blogspot and Weebly, which are like do-it-yourself websites. Blogspot used to be kind of a blogging platform, but now you can create a full site, and Weebly is like a very easy drag and drop type of platform. Those come packaged already mobile ready. So if you have one of those platforms, then you are good to go. The problem with it is that you can't customize it. So every Blogspot mobile version looks the same pretty much, and every Weebly one looks the same, although they do take features of your site to make it look good. If you have an old static website that was built 10 years ago, and you don't have the time or the money to switch it over into WordPress or some other content management system, but you want to make it mobile friendly, there is a way to do it. And so don't let that scare you or make you turn away, because I will show you how easy it is. WordPress is the most easiest platform to make your website mobile friendly in. I've been building almost all my clients' websites in WordPress. It's really gaining ground. I think there was some statistic out there that 16% around there of all websites today are built on WordPress. And I have a feeling a lot of you out there have a WordPress website. So there are lots of plugins to make your website mobile friendly. Last year, I talked a little bit about WP Touch and WP Touch Pro, which are mobile plugins, and those are okay. It was nice a year ago, but there are better products now, which I will talk about, and you couldn't customize it as much as you can with some other things. So, but still, WordPress makes it really, really easy to do just about everything. If you are building your website or have built your website on Web Presence Builder with Parallels, I know Lowell talked about building your website very quickly in the Web Presence Builder, which I think is a fantastic do-it-yourself product, by the way. And but they don't have a mobile-friendly module yet. I know they're working on it. It's probably going to come out really soon. So in the meantime, you can build out your mobile-friendly website using this program I'm going to show you shortly. And then you can always switch back when they have that module in place, because I'm sure it'll be really seamless with the website you have. So don't let that scare you. No matter what website platform you have, don't let that be your excuse, because there's a lot of technology out there, and it might be scary to move to something new. You don't want to mess it up. It might be too hard. Believe me, I feel that way too. And being even a technically savvy person, there's so much new knowledge out there, and I get overwhelmed too. But there's new products coming up all the time, and it's becoming easier and easier and easier to do things on your own. So don't let your fears and excuses take over. Give it a shot. Okay, so Can you everybody hear me okay? I know, were there some audio problems? I just want to make sure. Only two can't hear me. Okay, weird. Okay, sorry about that. Well, hopefully all of the rest of you can hear me. I'm on a microphone headset, so I'm hoping that we're doing okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going here, and sorry for any of the sound issues. So let's talk about what you can do to make your website mobile friendly. And a few things is to get on a map if you're local, and if you're, check if your site looks good on a mobile device. And I'm going to clear up some key mobile technical terms as well. So let's get going into this because I want to show you some cool things. All right. I can't talk about mobile friendly websites without talking about local businesses and how important it is to get onto the Google listings. And that is because more and more people are finding businesses, whether you're a service-based business in a certain area or a local storefront. And if you look at this stat, 61% of users, and that's mobile users, call a business after searching, and 59% visit the location. So if you are not being found in the search engines, if your business is not accurate, if your business doesn't have a website listed, you're losing customers. So this is why I wanted to cover this, because it is so crucial that you make sure that your information is easily found. Search on Google on a smartphone. And it's really kind of cool. And I forgot to say is that smartphones know where you are located. They have a GPS device, and in the Google search engine on your phone, it's tapped into that. So you could just put pizza. You don't even have to put the city. You could put coffee shop or massage therapist and hit search. And it'll show you all the closest businesses in that category close to you. So it's really quite a powerful, and so you want to make sure that your listing is correct. And this is, I did something, a little experiment. I looked at pizza places nearby, and I wanted to show you this because it was kind of something unexpected to me. To find. And as you can see here, there's a Pagliacci Pizza that's 11 miles away, and then Blake's Pizza, which is 3.5 miles away, which is second, which is interesting. You think the closest one to me would be top, but that is Google. You don't always know what Google's formula is. It's quite possible that that pizza place is top because it has the most reviews. And you can't control the listing. I mean, you cannot control the rankings, but you can control your listing. So you want to make sure, especially that your website is listed, that you have as many reviews as you possibly can, because if you only have a couple competitors in your area, you might be one review off from being on the top. And because that is a part of Google's algorithm, even though they don't share that secret formula, if you test it out, you can see that the more reviews you have, the better the ranking. And the way that you update your information is go find your Google Plus or your Google local page. It used to be Google Maps, Google Places. I can't keep track anymore. But search for your business, click on your listing, and find this button called Manage Your Page. Manage this page, and you can go in there, follow the steps, make sure you add your website, add as many pictures as you can, add video if you have it, make it as complete as possible, because that is what you're in control of. And you might see your customer numbers go up. All right, so moving on, I really recommend you checking out what your website looks like on a mobile phone. If you don't have one, you can go to this website, howtogomo.com. They have a GOMO meter, and you can enter your website's URL, test your site, and see what it looks like. It's just kind of fun, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But first, I want to cover a little bit of terminology because you may have heard mobile sites, you may have heard of responsive design. Over the past year, the responsive designs are becoming really, really, really popular. So let's just clarify what this is. Responsive is a code that is applied to your current website, and it will render differently in every mobile browser, but not to a completely different website. So what it does, it takes your pieces and spreads it out and shrinks it depending on what size, width, and height device you're using. So it's a responsive theme, and there's styling done in the back end, which is a world that I really live in, is Cascade style sheets that are set up that tells your website to look a certain way if it's being viewed on a mobile device. And it's very seamless and clean, and there's tons and tons and tons of templates out there. So if you're redesigning or starting off new, then I would definitely go for the responsive theme first, rather than a mobile view, a mobile program. Hold on just a second here. Okay. So a mobile website, essentially a copy of your website converted to a smaller and easier to navigate form. So it's a copy, and what happens is different pieces are taken from your site, put back together, and put into a mobile-friendly version. So if you already have an established site, you may want to go this way, because actually redesigning your site is a pretty long and it can be a long and involved process. So it depends which direction, if you want to go really quick or if you want to redesign your whole website. I would definitely choose a responsive theme. I'll show you that in a minute. The next part is how to make your website mobile friendly. So let me just show you. If you're in WordPress and you want to redesign, I would highly recommend looking for responsive themes. They're all over the internet now. You just have to search responsive WordPress themes and you'll find them. About a year ago, I'll tell you a little story. I was redoing my website and I was so excited about it, but near the tail end when I was about ready to launch, all this responsive themes started showing up, and I thought, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I'm like a week away, and I would love to have a mobile friendly website, but it was too late, basically. So I found this other product, which I'll show you soon. But now all my websites that I do have a responsive look. That's kind of how I package things now, because I feel like it's so important that every website is mobile friendly, that I start with a responsive theme and then I build out from there and customize it to my client's brand. Here's just a few WordPress theme websites. If you are on WordPress and looking, StudioPress is a great place. There's some beautiful responsive themes here. If you go to themeforest.net, I was just checking a few days ago for this presentation. They have 663 responsive themes for WordPress. You can go in there and look at the demos and spend hours and be sucked into seeing how all these beautiful websites look on a mobile device. And there's also the WordPress.org theme directory, free themes that are responsive. There are lots and lots out there, and they're adding more all the time. In fact, I just found this one. This is free in WordPress directory, and you can see it looks great on a mobile device. They have a little snapshot of it. In fact, the 3 past small websites that I've done, I've actually taken the WordPress.org default theme, which is 2011. They just came out with 2012. It is automatically a responsive theme. And so I've taken that one as a template and just customized it for my client. And it works great. All right, so let's move on. I want to show you something live for the next 10 minutes or so. This is a new product that I just love and that I've used for my own website. And I don't know what it was, maybe it was about 4 months ago, I got a message from Google, an email that says they teamed up with a company called Duda Mobile and to create a mobile program to make your website mobile friendly. And so it's backed by Google, which you know it's a solid company. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it out. And I was just like wowed by it because of how you can customize it. You can customize any website to look good on a mobile device. I've been playing with it more and more, and I'm just very impressed. So what it is, it's free for the first year, and you can just play with it without even giving a credit card or anything. And then after that, it's $108 a year, because what they do is they host your mobile website. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to two different places to update your website, because it's constantly reading your website for any changes. So if you have a blog that you update all the time, it will update as well. So what I want to show you. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to show you my website before and after on a mobile device. And this is, you could barely see what's going on my website. And then I transferred it over to this How to Gomo, and it looks great now. And I'm going to switch my browser here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oh, we have a question from Natasha. Use Weebly. Does responsive format apply to Weebly too? You know, that's a very good question. I know they have a mobile-friendly version, but I don't know if it's necessarily responsive. I would have to look at a Weebly website in different devices to see. One way to find out is if it's responsive is look at your Weebly website on your desktop, and then shrink the screen down. And then if the pieces start kind of moving and shrinking, and the menu items start moving, then it's responsive, because it's responding to the width of your screen. If it doesn't do anything, then it's just a mobile friendly version. So it only looks different on a mobile device rather than the width of your screen. So that's kind of a way to be able to tell. So this is, I hope that answers your question. This is an emulator. It's called mobilephoneemulator.com. It's really fun. You can see what your website looks like on a mobile phone. This is how my website used to look like. Let me bring it in a little closer. Hopefully it'll work. There we go, so you can see. Okay, that's before. And this is after I used howtogomo.com. Cool, huh? I mean, I really didn't have to change much. And I'm showing you this on here because I want to scroll down, because it took all of my pieces, my pictures, and it lined them up beautifully. You can see my Back to Business Summit button here was on top on my real site. I can go in there and move that to the top if I wanted to. So all this stuff I can move around, I can change. And it even, I wanted to scroll all the way down, pulls in my latest blog posts as well. So it's great. So let's actually show you. Well, first of all, if you have a WordPress site, you can actually get a plugin with Duda Mobile. Go here, download the plugin, and you can play with it from there. If you're a WordPress user, I would suggest going that route. But there's also, you can go straight to the Gomo website, and it's howtogomo.com. So I suggest you guys play with this with your own website, and it's really, really fun. Let's start. I'm trying to readjust the screen so you can see everything. All right. Hopefully you can see that. Let's test a site. I'm going to show you in the next 5 minutes how to make a website mobile friendly. I'm going to take a test case, a case study. And really quickly, I'm going to take a local pizza place. Some of you local folks may know about this pizzeria. We love it. I didn't even ask them if this was okay, but maybe they'll call me after this. So anyway, it's reading the site. It's pulling it into a mobile device. Oops, something went wrong. Did I spell it wrong? Okay, that's not good. Let's try it again. All right. Well, I tested it earlier. Let's try this. I'm going to copy and paste it and make sure that the site is up. Go back to my GOMO meter. Let's paste that in. Maybe I had something wrong there. Maybe I spelled something wrong. Hopefully they didn't kick me off because I was using it too much. Okay, great, it's working. So this is what their website looks like on a mobile device. Not too mobile friendly for a pizzeria that you want to call up and place your order or visit. So let's make this mobified is my new word. So what you do is you get up here into the menu and you hit get started and just simply go to build your site. Now keep in mind, I didn't put any information in about myself. I didn't put in a credit card, okay? I just put in the website. So I'm gonna paste that URL back in. Wait for your screen to catch up here. So I put that URL in. I'm gonna make my site mobile. Oh, pizzeria was misspelled. Figures. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I'm glad to know it was my fault, though. And they give you all these other stats, which are kind of cool as you're waiting, because what they do is they read your site and they figure out if it is if it's a blog type of website or a regular type of website. So it automatically figured out that this was a regular type of website. You have a whole bunch of different features and choices if you're primarily a blog website. And if you're a blog website, through WordPress. I would do this, of course, through the plugin version, because what I noticed is it doesn't pull in all of your pictures for your blog post very easily going through this route. So just kind of a little tip there. So here we are. This website looks great as a mobile version. You don't have to do anything else if you don't want to, except there's a few things that are missing, if you notice. You have to think about, yourself looking at your website, trying to put yourself in your customer's place. This is a pizzeria, and the person looking on their mobile phone is going to want to call, and they're going to want to visit, right? And so where you have 11 pages of different templates here. And I'm going to just select any of the red templates. And sure enough, when I click red, a pizza template pops up. Hopefully your site will generate here soon. Yeah, I'm just going to apply this so you can see it, and then it will generate. So if you have a pretty kind of standard business, they might even have a template for you. Look at this. It looks so cool. And all of your icons change. You can change these icons to something else. So you probably don't want to have a chicken drumstick for your specials, so you can change that. But it reads it so well. But, okay, now I like this template. I'm going to go next. I need to put a call button out there, and I need to show a map. And there are so many features you can add to your mobile website through this program. You can edit your logo, navigation menu, remove content, and there's so much more. You can go to full instead of the basic button, and you can, let me scroll down so you can see this. You can add images, an image slider, a restaurant menu, PayPal buttons, contact forms, all sorts of things. I'm telling you, this thing is loaded with great features. But right now we're going to do a click to call. So I'm going to take this and just drag it up on top. Out pops open a window where, it doesn't look like the screen is updating, but what happens is there's a window that is popped open up on my screen with, it automatically generates the phone number, and you can change the text description, there it goes, to anything you want. So call us to place your order. It automatically pulled the number from your website, which is kind of cool. You can click add to all pages and then done. That might be a little bit too big. And then somebody on a mobile device will click that and call right away. Let's add a mobile map. Trying not to go over time here, so I'm going to rush through this part. A mobile map editor, you can change this to whatever you want. It pulls up your listing from Google Places, which is another reason to make sure your listing is accurate. So I'm going to add that to all pages. When somebody clicks that button, it'll show a map right where you are, and they can find directions from their location. So the call to button and the find us is on every page of this mobile device. So say I like it, it looks great, I'm happy with it, I hit next. Then you save your mobile website, fill in your information. The very last step, which I'm not going to go through, they show you how to set up, to connect the two, to connect your website to the mobile site. And there's two ways to do it. The company will just, you can do the super easy way and just say, okay, you set it up for me. But what will happen is it'll say something like, the domain will say something like redpepperpizzeria.dutamobile.com. So as a business, you never want to show somebody else's business in your domain name. So what I really suggest is the second method, which is setting up like a mobile subdomain. And that might sound a little complicated, but they take you through the steps, and you just follow the steps and ask your hosting provider to set it up for you. So you really just have to send your hosting provider the information. So when somebody is on a mobile phone and they look at your website, I look at this website, it'll say something like m.redpepperpizzeria.com. So your full domain is in the URL. So pretty cool, huh? I don't know. I got really excited about it, and I just wanted to show you guys how easy it was to change any website into a mobile friendly version. I am so happy to help you get this started if this is overwhelming, or if you get to a place where in that program that's a little tricky, or you want something that's customized. I didn't show you a lot, but you can go in there and edit the icons. You can edit your information. It's very, very friendly. And I have, if you go to my my website, I do have, let me pull this up for you and add that in. If you go to my website and to that link, I have some packages put together to help you get started for mobile. So it's a mobile package, or say you have a website that is mobile friendly, but it's not looking right. I can help go into the style sheet and make some adjustments for you to center things, to make it look right. And I can do that on an hourly rate because it really depends on how complicated it is. I've been doing this a lot over the last couple of months, and it's something that I'm used to. But now there's no excuses. There's stuff out there for you to do to help you, and I'm here to help with any of your website needs or mobile device needs. So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks to Ovalive for putting on this great conference online. It's brilliant, and I learned so much. I can't wait to see the recordings or hear the recordings because I miss so many good ones. I'm so bummed, but thank you so much to Jen and Kathy and Carissa for putting this all together. And I'm here for questions if you need. So please, does anybody have any questions to chat in? Hopefully I didn't overwhelm you guys.